Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. Match reactions are back for the 24-25 season on my channel, and unfortunately we're not reacting to a win for Leeds United on opening day. It's not a defeat, but there's questions, more questions than answers, if you like, from that performance today. So we're going to dive into it now. So, yeah, Leeds United opened the season with a strong looking lineup. Daniel Farke picked probably the strongest he could have gone with. I believe it was the same as the final pre-season game against Valencia, the one they won 2-1 last Saturday. I think it was the same lineup that came up and played against Portsmouth from the start, which meant there was a first league start for Mateo Joseph in his Leeds United career, and also a debut for Jayden Bogle. Jayden Bogle, we'll get on to him, I'm sure, in this video. Unfortunately, he had an awful game, I thought, to be honest with you, absolutely horrendous. But anyway, Leeds started well, a little bit of house on fire sort of stuff, and the press, the sort of, not really the press, the kind of electricity that was flowing between the front lads, and the sort of the cohesion, the kind of know-how, knowing where each other were. It was really, really working. Portsmouth just could not live with Leeds in that opening 10 minutes at all. And to be fair, we probably should have been at least 2 or 3 up by the 10th minute. First off, Jorginho Rutter gets put through, I think by Bogle actually, down that right-hand side, cuts the ball back to Willian Onto, who has his shot deflected onto the bar. From the resultant corner, Ethan Ampadu gets to the back post, heads the ball down, it bounces up onto the bar again, and then Junior Firpo can't finish off the rebound. Then Ilan Gruev slaps a free kick against that crossbar again. And finally, Leeds United are able to reap the rewards of their opening dominance in the first 10 minutes by getting a penalty, a stonewall penalty. Dan James does really, really well. Obviously, he's quick. He's quick. It doesn't matter. You can slide those balls through. He'll get there more often than not. Bull gets bundled down. Clear penalty. The referee gives it, no hesitation. Strauch steps up surprisingly, a day shy of his I think he's 26 tomorrow, a day shy of his birthday, puts the ball in. Really nice penalty, straight in the corner, and it's 1-0 Leeds on 10 minutes, which was no more than Leeds United deserved at that stage. Looking like it was going to be one of them performances that we were so used to at Leeds, at Elland Road last season, where we might score an early goal and then the nerves get a little bit settled and we go on to maybe score another couple of goals. But it wasn't to be this time today. I thought Portsmouth, fair play to them, hung in there, for the time being until their 21st minute, I think it was, equaliser. Fair play to the Portsmouth fans, I thought, who were singing and dancing all day long. Was absolutely fantastic noise. Where, the open day, you'd have thought Leeds fans would have been a little bit more enthused, but you could tell people were nervous at Elland Road today. With the crowd was quiet. There was not a lot of noise coming out of Elland Road by the look of it, and Portsmouth Pompey fans were making all the noise, and obviously they were happy. They were happier with their team's performance, and you're going to be happy as a Portsmouth fan. If you are a Portsmouth fan, get there in the comments below and tell me how happy you are with that point at Elland Road today. Anyway, they get an equaliser. It comes from a goal kick. They bang it upfield, win the first header, and Leeds are all at sea. The ball gets worked to their left-hand side. He cuts in the fella Silvera, I think he's on loan from Borough. Ethan Ampadu makes a really, really important block, but unfortunately for him, it goes straight to a Portsmouth shirt, a blue shirt, and then he finds the Danish fella who's making his debut, Sorensen, is it? And when when you're taking a shot against Elam Elliott, you've got a good chance of it going in. Because we all know what he's like, and he just couldn't get his hands behind it. Went straight through him, basically, into the net on 1-1, and it's come out of nowhere. And the whole thing did. They had, I think, 4 shots. They scored 3 goals. Incredibly efficient on Portsmouth's side, but from Leeds United's point of view, should never have happened. This goal, Jayden Bogle, like I said, he had a horrid game for me. He went to sleep, and Fark had already switched it once already before they scored. Jayden Bogle went left back, Junior Firpo came to right back. Then he'd switched it at that point, and Bogle for me was absolutely asleep. He was tucked in. Why aren't you going out? He's your man. Left completely alone. All right, you expect your goalkeeper to do better, but cut the danger out before it starts to become a problem. And he didn't do it. He didn't see it. And it was 1-1 on 20 odd minutes. And then Leeds just seemed to fall apart between them scoring their second goal, them scoring their first and then their second. Leeds didn't have much of the play in terms of opportunities at all. It'd all gone a little bit desperate, all gone a little bit flat. And then Portsmouth score again, a few minutes before half time. It's a lovely goal, it's a lovely finish from Lang, but it's so avoidable. This Joe Rodon, who had an atrocious match, probably the worst I've seen him play in a Leeds United shirt, I've got to say. Awful, awful. It was such a poor free kick to give away, needless free kick to give away. I mean, it was sort of, I think it was about just inside from halfway, but what was the point? He was like tugging him down, I think. And what was the point? Joe had an awful match today. He had an awful match today, to be honest with you. Stray passes, loose passes, putting Leeds under pressure, unnecessary pressure all the time. He was really, really poor. It's him who gets the initial header in away from the free kick, from the resultant free kick. But it comes straight to Lang, who lashes it in the bottom corner, who you probably weren't expecting that, but again, you left him free on the edge of the box. Nobody was attacking him, nobody was pressing him. Just stand and watch. It was a nice finish, but from our point of view, definitely could have been avoidable. And they're 2-1 up 4 minutes before half time. They go 2-1 up, into half time. It's half time. It's 2-1, and Leeds have got to go with something and change something up. I don't know if they had a rocket up their arse. They should have done at half time from Daniel Fark. And it showed, because I don't know how long it was into the second half. It wasn't long. 30 odd seconds, maybe 40 seconds into the second half, Jorginho Rutter plays the ball out to Willie Gnonto. He cuts inside and cuts the ball back into to the goalkeeper's right hand post. The keeper should have done better, but the ball rolls in and it's 2-2, and Leeds have got basically a full half to get that third goal and win the game. And they did put pressure on from that moment onwards without really creating a great deal and troubling. Was it Norris in the Portsmouth goal? He didn't really have that much to do. Jorginho Rutter should have done better with a shot on the edge of the box. I thought Willie Gnonto had an effort when he probably should have passed the ball. Mateo Joseph was combative and industrial in his sort of work rate, but didn't really get much of an opportunity or chances created, any clear cut chances really. Then it comes to the 65th, 70th minute, and of course, silly me, I'd forgotten about this, but Daniel Fark starts to make his subs, doesn't he? That's when he likes to do it. When it's not going well for us, the game's perhaps getting away from us a little bit, he starts to make some subs. And this was where it all kind of, we lost a little bit of impetus, really, I thought. And taking Willie Gnonto off was the wrong decision for me. He wasn't sparkling, he wasn't lighting up the match, but for me, he was the guy who was going to create a winning opportunity for us, I think. And with 20 odd minutes left plus injury time, with 20 minutes plus injury time left, you've got to accept that and expect that Willie Gnonto might create an opportunity. So I don't understand Fark's thinking with this substitution, if I'm being completely honest. Along with Brendan Aaronson, who did replace Willie Gnonto, Joe Rothwell come on for his debut. I thought he looked pretty tidy in what he did, and Joel Perreault comes on, who eventually gets an assist, but didn't really do much other than that. Anyway, I thought past 70 odd minutes, Leeds lost a lot of impetus, like I said, and started to lose possession, and we got sucked into the way that Portsmouth wanted to play. I think they were kind of quite happy to take it at 2-2, take the point and go at 2-2 at this point. I felt breaking up the play, pumping the ball long, hoping for maybe a second ball off a header or something. Long throw-ins from Marlon Pack that might cause issue in the Leeds United box. It didn't, but it could have done. And that was a tactic for the kind of last that all game really, but certainly towards the back end of the match. We'll take a point, but if we get an opportunity from a free kick, we'll put it in the mixer and see if we can get a knockdown, like I said, or anything like that. It didn't work out that way. The way they got the goal, obviously, was through just complete stupidity, really, from my point of view. Um, the sub who looked bright receives the ball on the on the left hand side. Sorry, I've forgotten his name. Sidi, was it? Sidi, I think. He cuts in on the left hand side. For me, you've just got to shepherd him out, or get your body in front of it. If he's going to have a shot, get your body in front and make sure that it's not going to hit the net. You don't wrestle him to the floor in the last minute. The ball's just gone up for 5 minutes injury time. You don't wrestle him to the floor in the box. That's what Jaden Bogle did. I don't know why Ethan Ampadu's so, so adamant that it isn't a penalty, remonstrated with the referee. Nailed on penalty, absolute penalty for me. Ridiculous. He's got his arm round his neck. What do you expect the referee to do? Nailed on pen in the 91st minute. You've got to say, what a penalty this was from Lang. Gets his second goal of the game. Probably is now early top scorer, I think, possibly. In the Championship, I don't think anybody else scored two today. So, yeah, he will be. What a penalty. Really calm, cool, very, very casual. Just stroked the ball in. And Melia was never going to get it. He hadn't saved a shot all afternoon. He wasn't going to save that. But it was a really, really nice penalty. Really calm, casual, cool. Whatever you like. Straight down in front of the Portsmouth fans. Pompey fans are going nuts. They obviously think they've got an unlikely 3 points, which you've got to say they probably wouldn't have deserved, but you've got to admire the way that they played as a newly promoted side, and scoring 3 at Elland Road. Not many people do that. I know we were defensively frail, but yeah, you've got to give them props really for sticking at the game plan and almost looked like it was going to come off and then some, because I don't think they would have ever expected to win that game, but they were this close to doing it. But Leeds United, fair play. Leeds didn't give up and kept going. I thought the game was done then. I thought we'd lost the game 3-2. A defeat would have been really, really damaging. I think there's very much questions to be asked with this draw, but it's a point. It's not a defeat, it's something to build on, but Leeds really need to look at the defensive aspect of it really, and probably the attacking way. We did miss chances, obviously, namely in that first 10 minutes, really. But yeah, anyway, Leeds don't give up. I thought it was well won by Ethan Ampadu, sort of midway up the Portsmouth half. He plays it on to your Perreault, who marauds forward and picks out Brendan Aaronson sort of on the edge of the box. He takes a couple of touches and flashes it into the bottom corner, and that's fantastic. Well done, Brendan. I'm delighted for Aaronson. I really am, because a lot of people giving him rubbish and not supporting him. Support him. He's wearing our shirt. He's our player. All right, he went on loan last season, but he wants to come and right the wrong and play for Leeds United again. And people should just get on and get behind that. It was a lovely finish. It gets us back to 3-3 with seemingly seconds to play, but there's one more opportunity. And Brendan Aaronson, with that goal, would have probably appeased maybe a lot of fans that weren't already back on his side. If he puts that in the net, it's basically the last kick of the game, and we win the game 4-3. Then I think everybody is probably well and truly forgotten what he did last season. Win the game. What more could he do? 2 goals on his first appearance back. As it was 1 goal on his first appearance back, but he should have been 2. He should have scored this goal. He'll be replaying it in probably right now in the back in his mind as he lies down in his bed. Tonight he'll be replaying it, wishing he could have had that opportunity again. Congratulations to him as well on his new engagement, proposed to his missus a few days ago, didn't he? So congratulations to them both. But he'll be ruined that, and we all are, because he should have put it in. He should have gone the other way for me, even though you'd have expected him to score. Um, anyway, I couldn't believe it when I seen it. He was white. He was free as a bird in the box there. I don't know what the defence were doing, but you've got to take an opportunity like that. Give us 3 points on the opening day and give yourself a real confidence to go into the season. It will be, buoyed, I'm sure, by that equalising goal, but the thing that'll be playing in his mind 100% will be that missed opportunity that would have put us 4-3 win. It was basically would have won us the game 4-3 there. But he saved the game. We could have easily lost that one. It was a pathetic defensive performance, but at the end of the day, we come away with a point, and it's something to build on. 45 games left. Look, it's a long season, but a few bodies in, I think, needed, now, and just shore up the squad, because on paper that defence should not be making those sort of errors, should it at all? But that's what happened today, and Portsmouth punished us. Really nice finish, that second one, and obviously the penalty is ridiculous, but you're going to take it. But there you go. Could have been a lot worse, but Brendan saved us in the end, and yeah, we move on to, what is it, Wednesday we play Middlesbrough. Not too bothered really about that one, and then all eyes are on Saturday. West Brom won their opening fixture at QPR 3-1. Josh Madger, I think, actually, I say he was top scorer. Madger will be top scorer, won't he, because he got 3 goals today. So they won the game 3-1, so they'll be buzzing after that. So it's a difficult game, but let's go there and be positive. But thank you very much for watching. Give me your thoughts in the comments there below. Thanks for sticking with me for nearly 20 minutes now. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.